Hi guys, it's Mrs. Gary again. I just wanted to go over with you how to do your DNA replication model. Now, as of last week, I made sure to tell you guys to make sure you don't lose your DNA model that we made in class. If you recall, your DNA model looks like this. Let me make my screen a little bigger. Your model should look something like this. Remember that we have our DNA strands here, and remember that this is actually a double helix, but we have our sugar phosphate backbone where we have our pink, that is our phosphate, alternating with our sugar, our deoxyribose. And connected to each sugar is one of the 4 nitrogenous bases. So for example, thymine always is going to match with adenine, and guanine is always going to match with cytosine. And then you had to put your hydrogen bonds in here, and you also had to label a hydrogen bond and put a square around one of your nucleotides, which is again a phosphate, a sugar, and a base. So let me go and let's look at the instructions for the activity today. So what you're going to do is you're going to get a pair of scissors, which I don't seem to have with me at the moment, but I already cut this, so it's okay. So what you're going to do is you are going to cut your DNA right up the middle. So if you remember, the enzyme that is named helicase is what unwinds your DNA. So you're going to use your scissors and you are going to cut your DNA in half. So you are going to end up with 2 halves of your DNA. If you can see here, this is what mine looks like. So now you have 2 halves of your DNA. Okay? And then what you're going to do is you are going to save one side of them. It doesn't matter which side you use, but save one side for another activity that we're going to do later called transcription. I'm going to put that one aside because you don't need that one right now. All you need is one side of your DNA, and again, it doesn't matter which side you use, and you need a piece of white paper, or you can use binder paper if that's all you have. And if you don't have glue or scissors or colored pencils at your house, or tape or anything that you can use to make this, you can always use Google Draw or just draw this in your notebook and take a picture of it. So what you're going to do next is you are going to take your single strand of DNA. This is just one side of your double helix, but remember that this actually happens with both sides of your DNA double helix, but we're only going to demonstrate with one side. So you're going to take your completed DNA strand and you're going to glue it onto your piece of paper. What you do need to make sure that you do is that your sugar phosphate backbone is on the edge. Now, if your DNA, if your phosphate sugar backbone is on your left side, make sure it's all the way up against the edge. You do not want it to look like this because you're going to be making your complementary DNA strand. So no matter which side of your DNA you use, please make sure that your sugar and phosphate backbone is on the edge of the paper. It's either going to be on this side or it's going to be on this side. Then what you're going to do is you're going to use a ruler, if you have one, and a pencil, and you're going to draw the complementary side of your DNA, just like you are the DNA polymerase that's going to bring in the nucleotides that are going to match up complementary to this. Okay, and I actually already did this for you. So I'm going to show you what mine looks like. So I drew in the complementary side of the DNA. So as you can see here, I drew in my sugars and my phosphates along with my matching and complementary base pairs. So A goes with T, C goes with G, and I did that all the way down, okay? And it also will tell you to write which one is the new strand and which one is the old strand. Because remember, one of them is our template strand and one of them is the new strand that's being made. And then together, these are going to recombine to form a double helix. Now just keep in mind that again, this happens with both sides of the DNA that you're unzipping. but we are only demonstrating it with one of these strands because we're going to use the other side for something different. Also, what you need to make sure you do is give it a title. So this should say semi-conservative DNA replication. And again, make sure that you label the old strand and the new strand so that I know that you know what the difference is. Okay, and so what you'll do is you'll take a picture of this or of your drawing or however you made your model, and then you guys are going to answer the questions that are on the document, which I will show you again. And you're going to answer the questions on the document, and then at the end or somewhere on here, I need you guys to put a picture of your model that you made, and then make sure that you keep your model for study purposes. And please, please, please do not lose the other side of your DNA because you are going to use it for something else, okay? And that will be next week's project, okay? So if you have any questions, please, please, please email me or come to my office hours between 11 and 11:30 on the weekdays. And I hope that really helps, and I hope you have a good time doing this because DNA is a really fun topic, okay? Hope you guys are having a good day, and take care and stay healthy and get outside and get some exercise, okay? Thanks a lot. Talk to you guys later. Bye-bye.